All right, everybody. Time for the second half of our doubleheader. Teams in lobby right now. We are continuing over across the pond. This is HeroesLounge EU. We are down in Div 6 with a couple of very top flight teams here. As you can see, number 2 Southgate Boiz going up against number 4 TSEA Link. Just taking a look at the preview right now. You know, we talked about some possible map priorities there on the bottom. Volskaya Foundry has already been banned out. We are headed to one of those maps. We're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen up first. And then, you know, just taking a peek. Listen, the hero pools, a lot of different priorities. These teams like their Diablo, but beyond that, very different picks, right? We see one team prioritizing Tyrande quite a bit. We've seen a lot of white main play from TSEA Link. Link tends to prefer the Malthael off lane, where Southgate tends to prefer the Dahaka. I'm pretty sure I got that right. But we'll see where this match winds up heading. Once again, just to refresh you guys what's going on with the maps. Volskaya has been banned out, as has Dragonshire. And Tomb of the Spider Queen will be up first. As we talked about, Infernal Shrines is, you know, the favorite map of these two teams. It's really the favorite map of Amateur Huts. Everybody loves going to Shrines. I expect that we will probably head there somewhere, especially if we do wind up getting to a Game 3. And then just to show you guys what's happening on the current standings here in Div 6 as we cycle through, you will see that both of these teams up at the top are still, however, locked in a little bit of a chase. This is a big match between number 2 and number 4, but I mean, who, if anybody, can catch the body block crew? They get the recent results from Division 6 in the bottom of the screen, and also you will note that our upcoming matches will show as we do flip through. So some good stuff going on there. And then we'll keep coming back to the map selection screen, just to keep you guys updated and let you guys know what's going on. Once again, this is the map choice of Link, and that's where we're headed right soon. Draft ink already. Let's just make sure everybody's good and set to go. Should be a good one. I love Tomb of the Spider Queen. Fun map, great throw pit. Games get a lot of comebacks. And another cool little bonus here, when you're hopping over to EU, you get a lot of Dragonshire, you get a lot of Tomb, some very fun maps, some of the old school maps. We'll see where everything goes. All right. Looks like we got pretty ready here. Looks like Samu's playing some Lost Caverns. No, we're just going to stick to the regular hots. Let's go. Let's get a draft. Match number 1 between the Southgate Boiz and TSEA Link. I want to thank the host from Link, and then we also want to say hello to Phil Snow for the follow. Much appreciated. First man over to the Southgate Boiz. I mean, listen, it's been a tough weekend for the fans of the Three Lions. A number of injuries to some critical players there. You know, Harry Kane getting knocked up. I think Dele Alli picked up a knock. Actually, that one might be bad. Marcus Rashford got dinged up with the United game, but nevertheless, the Southgate Boiz are here. Perhaps they can turn that weekend frowned upside down with a win in HeroesLounge EU Div number 6. White main ban. We're going to start things off with a target ban. For TSEA Link this season, white main has been their top support. 6 picks, 5 out of 6 wins, 8 bans against them. White main is a hero that doesn't have a great win rate, but has so many tools that there's just a lot of supports that love what she does. Especially when the root comes online at level 13 with Searing Lash. Really ups her kill potential. But we will not see white main, nor will we see Harry Gary. No Garrosh for the Boiz. Calc is saying Robo no in-game sound. Zero has sound. Definitely refresh. But let me know if we have sound issues. We'll always see what we can do. Johanna ban. Tomb, one of, if not Johanna's best map. She is unparalleled with her wave clear from the tank position. And she really just doesn't get bothered by anybody else's shenanigans. This does, however, have the potential to leave Diablo open unless we go with a triple tank ban up at the top. The triple tank ban, even the double, the tank bans gain more prominence as you sort of move down the MMR tier. Tanks are really not that highly prioritized in terms of bans at the higher levels of play, but Johanna Garrosh have really big impacts. And they're both removed, and there's the Tyrande. So each team has had their favorite support removed. 9 Tyrande games, 6 wins for the Southgate boys this season. He's up. He's a nightmare. He's the tank du jour this season, and Diablo is off the board first. Let's go ahead. We'll throw some Dibble stats up there. Stats today, the stats are actually on the NA side of Lounge. I do not have access to the EU database, but they're pretty comparable. You see Diablo has an absurd involvement rate and a very high win rate this season. And we go Asmo and Boiz. So we go Asmo, and we do pick up the Blazerino. And that's kind of neat, because we don't really get a ton of Asmo anymore. He's kind of fallen off. There's Deckard and Genji. So we have Kane and we have Ganjo. Genji commonly banned against the Southgate boys, but he does make it through here. We do get the Deckard. Quite a bit of CC and good setup. With the Genji being taken, that would push a mage up. Somebody with a lot of wave clear, Kael'thas, Jaina, and Gul'dan all fit the bill. I do believe Southgate boys prefer the Gul'dan in these spots. There's the Ming. So TSEA Link a little bit more afraid of the double reset, and they remove Ming Li. Take a look at some Asmo stats this season. Win rate has plummeted. Pick rate's still up there. He's got a very high ban rate. He's just annoying to deal with. And for a lot of teams... Let's see what the ban is. There's the Jaina ban. Looks like a Gul'dan priority for Southgate boys. But, in terms of Asmo, he forces you to change your draft up a little bit. You have to sort of prioritize maybe disrupting his ability to stack. You need to have a support that can deal with his poke. I mean, that's really where the ban rate comes from. The Artanis, a favorite of TSEA Link, so that's a main tank Blaze, but they do steal the Gul'dan. And this really puts a stressor potentially on the hero pool for the side of Southgate boys. In that, with Gul'dan and Jaina off the board, Kael'thas is your sort of wave clear mage unless they have something tricky up their sleeve. Last picks. You got the Chromie and the off lane. We get the Leoric. Last pick here for TSEA Link. Chromie Genji and a little bit of an old school combo. The Chromie's going to be very interesting in that, how do you play around Temporal Loop if that is the pick? I mean, you'd have to deal with Bunker. The Slowing Sands also, its effects can be mitigated by the Bunker, unless this is a Combustion Blaze game. Last pick for Link. We're going on an adventure. Li Li. I have heard good things about Li Li this season. The cleansing, easy heals, serpent build. We'll have to see what Jella brings here, man. Alrighty. So, game number 1, the Southgate boys and TSEA Link. Some very neat comps. We get the old school Genji Chromie combo. We've got a main tank Blaze and a Lili in this one. And I also get to see SR Gaming's Artanis. Artanis is a priority pick there for the Link, and he's so good in the early game where he's very difficult to move when you put Artanis in the off lane. We'll see how that winds up working. Okay. We'll start over on the side of TSEA Link. Jella going on an adventure with the Lili. Joe Just going to be dropping dunks on that Asmodan. Dwergman on the Blaze. SR Gaming on the Artanis. And Crazy Cat Lady on the Gul'dan. Flipping over, Phil getting the steps in, trying to get that AP up. He'll be playing that Diablo. Mr. Bot on the Deckard Cain. Jack Rip on the Chromie. And Gotti Gamer on the Ganjo. Last but not least, McBain on the Leoric. Flash our level 1 talents. Everything, again, looking pretty standard. Sapphire, chosen for Deckard Cain. Ossign Renewal for Leoric. And a W quest for Chromie. Keep an eye on Deep Breathing. We'll get some damage. Oh, there's some first miss dunk. And then the sight radius, too, actually, will help her out, especially on the delay on this map. It's where Lily can really, or excuse me, where Chromie can do great things is just the poke and preventing people from getting their turn-ins. New habits for Boiz. So unstoppable once that 15 globes can be collected by Dwergman. We already see the wave clear advantage strong. It's heavy on the side of TSEA Link. Here's Gul'dan. He gets 1-2 shots onto the Genji. That Echo Corruption doing work early. We'll see how those stacks wind up coming through. But I mean, not just Gul'dan Asmo. I mean, Boiz will provide wave clear scaling as we get deeper and deeper into the game. And you can see already a slight advantage for the Link in terms of XP. Down to the bottom lane we have Artanis and Leoric. I do expect to see this. We got Gotti Gamer on the Genji. Did miss the Swift Strike there. Artanis gets the shield proc, but you do want to put pressure on him, and that's really one of the best ways to use Genji is pressure the offlaner, especially on a short map like this where rotations come pretty quick and easy. Alrighty. Oh. Boiz eats the wallbang. Phil gets that proc, but no follow-up there. Southgate Boiz just trying to pick catch-up. Boiz with some good early stacks on new habits. Genji in that choke point. There is the Scroll of Sealing. It only connects on Azmodan. Good bit of poison coming out from Gul'dan. Deckard Cain's healing was nerfed hard. His win rate is not great, but he's got a lot of CC, and it can work very well on this map. There's the follow-up. We get Devastating Charge, but it is followed up with a Jet Propulsion, and Azmodan is A-OK. All right. Taking a peek around. Chat, good to have everybody here. Calc, thank you for joining us. The sound issue, like in draft, I tend to switch off of like the game screen quite a bit in draft, just to like take a peek at stats, change things on the overlays. So yes, I do miss a lot of the band sounds. That's just a Boboism. Much apologies. Both teams pretty equal in terms of the amount of gems picked up. There's a little bit more harass going out onto the Artanis. However, in the top lane, Diablo is pinched in. There is the Jet Propulsion. He's got a long way to go. Laser being provided by Joe Jost. And Boiz caught. He'll eat a little bit of Chromie damage, but the trade looks like it's going to work out in favor of TSA Link. Level 4 is picked up for both sides. We do get Ruby. Oh, no, we don't get Ruby. Excuse me, that's pushing of shielding. I was wondering if we were going to get Ruby a little bit more. Following the Deckard nerfs. There's McBain. Leo saying, hi, how do you do? Doesn't want to shake the hand of Lily. He will head back towards the bottom lane. Taking a look at stacks, too. Azmodan doing pretty well. 71 stacks in the early game. 18 on Echo Corruption for Gul'dan. And the big one, I do have to say, 10 globes have already been picked up by Dwergman. Trap in... New Habit says one of the lower sort of globe quest requirements. It's only 15. Dwergman doing a good job thus far in the early game on that. Chromie missing with the Dragon's Breathing there. Dwergman does know that the trap is there. It got discovered by the Gul'dan poison and is get removed. Dwergman goes to break propulsion in. He's deep with not a lot of health points. Phil perhaps looking for a little wall bang. The Deckard Cain CC does not connect, and everybody's okay. Now in the bot lane, Artanis and Leo have been pretty even. We have not seen Artanis able to make the rotate to the midpoint yet. SR Gaming looking for it. McBain has turned in. Now Joe Jost does dump off quite a bit. Dwergman holding on to 26. He almost has enough to complete the turn in by himself. This is the key down here. If SR Gaming can get his turn in, that should be a nice and easy pickup and a first objective for the Southgate boys. Otherwise, they're really looking to get Boiz to turn in. Between Boiz and Li Ming, that is enough. I'm trying to take a look at the gem counts on the flip side. A lot of them right now being held. Oh, We got a little bit of action by Jack Rip on the Chromie. Boiz in a bit of trouble here. Does not have the Unstoppable yet. There is the proc. Dwergman trying to find a way out. Diablo trading hard with him. There's another big corruption. Dwergman eats yet another Sandblast. And he'll try to heal himself up with the self-healing on the oil spill. 33 to 22 in terms of the gems that have been dropped in. Dwergman does now have the entirety of a turn in to himself. Both teams are at level 7. Can't Ice Cube for Deckard Cain. Taking a look at the Leo build. This is a fun talent. You got Hopeless Nyx. Extra range there. That may be the pick because of the interactions between Artanis and Leoric. A lot of times when an Artanis does wind up getting hit by the spooky hand, he will try to get out of that drain by swapping. And perhaps that pickup by McBain will prevent that. Leo. Ooh! Dwergman gets the turn in. We were keeping an eye on bottom there. Leo had his turn in stop. Good play by SR Gaming. And now the first objective goes over to TSEA Link. I have messages in Discord. I hope they're not serial. Yeah, we'll figure it out. First set of web weavers here with a very vulnerable mid lane gate. Phil on the side will be looking for the wall hit there. He grabs Gul'dan and now going to be stuck in that CC, but he does manage to squirm his way out of there. Jack Rip can't get the damage on through Boiz. Throws Slowing Sands out there. Meanwhile, the off lane's pretty much left alone. SR and McBain going at it here. Right now, Artanis just winning this trade. There's Assign Renewal procced. Diablo goes to cover for top. Meanwhile, the 4-man stays mid. Like Gul'dan almost done with Echo Corruption. 6.5 minutes in. Very good stacking job from Crazy Cat Lady. Asmo getting going. 150 stacks. Once he hits 200, that'll be a problem. He's almost gotten to the point where he can one-shot waves. At level 10, we'll see how that winds up playing. Goaty Gamer just out of the way of the jet propulsion, or he might have been in trouble. Good web weaver value, not great. If you're a fan of the AFK game, you'd love to see forts not quite taken. That is an easy prep in the top lane. Level 10 is almost here, actually for both teams. So despite getting the first objective, Southgate boys are actually ahead in XP. See if we can explain a little bit of that. There it is. Leo beating Artanis. Diablo's done a good job. Pretty darn even. I wonder how many other stats we have. Oh, we got a little bit of play here. Dwergman has to use new habits. Just gets caught in the corner of Scroll of Sealing, but is okay. Blue finishes the turn. McBain was down there in the bottom lane. Let's take a look at our level 10s. And Tomb, Apoc, Stay a While and Listen. We've already seen Slowing Sands, and that is Extract for Genji. For TSEA Link, Horrify, Bunker. We're going to get Jugs. Asmo's got the repeat. He's got the globe picked up there. Oh, stuck in a temple. And Artanis using the blind. Take a look. Asmo almost done. Tide of Sin. Man, I forgot that one. My bad. Oh, Jella might be the target here. Lily could be stuck up against a wall if anybody can get in there. Keeping an eye on McBain. Holds the Entomb. Now the clear coming in. With the top lane pushed, TSA Link will be able to put their focus on mid before they have to go top. Artanis down here in the bottom lane will get pressured out. Looks like Jack Rip is going to be down there. He's in the Entomb. A lot of damage. Has the shield, but I don't think that is going to do it. The blind comes out a little bit too late. Good rotate on the bottom. Artanis is our first blood in this game. Southgate boys claim the first kill. Still have some web weavers. Top is going to clean off the... Yep, that's going to pick up the well. Good pickup for Southgate boys. They have no attention up top. In fact, they're going to come pretty close to chewing this fort down. Taking a peek at our damage totals. Chromie's starting to pick up steam. She's well ahead of Gul'dan. 30k total thus far. Good job by Jack Rip. She does clean up the gate in mid. Is finished with this level 1. This is a full W build. Chromie. Big, big, big damage. Taking a peek. Thought SR might have been thinking about that bottom camp. Nobody has made a camp move at all. There's Jet Propulsion helping to get Lily out of there. Unstoppable being used, and a Stay a While and Listen just a little late. So Stay a While is down. Could be a opportunity for TSEA Link to make a move. As you're saying, neither team has made a move towards any camp, neither their own nor the neutral giants in the bottom lane. "47 gems have been turned in. Got a gamer almost, actually. Snuck a turn in there. There's a swift strike in. Connects on Gul'dan, but he's alright. See if Phil wants any bit of business here. He's looking for Dregman. There's 47 gems on Boiz. He is going to have to bunker to get on out of this. Horrify comes out. There's the Unstoppable. Still holding bunker. There's the Entomb. Bunkers the APOC, but Lily is gone. Down to the X-Strike. Dwergman does get out. A lot of damage coming out on Crazy Cat Lady. Does not have Horrify. Genji looking to convert the kill on Gul'dan, who does go down. A lot of low health bars for the Southgate boys. They do retreat safe and sound. Now they can go ahead and maybe think about either picking up another objective. There it is. Leo finishes it off. Apologies for missing it. McBain, the key to the turn-in game. Genji will have to back off. Southgate boys look like they are in a position where they may be able to pick up all three of these forts. They can prep these lanes out a little bit, and that's what we see Deckard and Diablo doing. 58 gems on Boiz. Might be worth a lot of cooldowns, in fact, just to try to get him out. APOC is 40 seconds away, 30 seconds for X-Strike. This top web weaver is going to be dealt with. You see Asmo applying the laser there. Teams have both picked up the 13 talents here. And it looks like Southgate boys about to pick up an Artanis. There's the shield from SR. He pre-tapped, but not enough. Looks like about 20 gems lost there. With Artanis going down, not only does this mean mid is gone, bot will go down to the web weaver phase. Oh, Genji gets hit with the jet propulsion. Should be all right. There's the dunk from Asmodan. The root comes out, and Blaze has to use the Unstoppable to get out of Scroll of Sealing. Bottom still pushing. Big wave there. Good bit of XP. We'll see if Southgate boys want the invade or are they going to set up. They're going for the invade. McBain is up here. 10 seconds left. Now less on Entomb. Asmo's at 260 stacks. Another big hit from Chromie. Makes everybody think twice about that choke point. Good trap. We've got extra vision with the Sandblast Echo in there as well. Now we get some Merc moves. Of course, it's Mr. Botbot. Everybody knows that, if you want camp clear, you just dial up a Deckard and he'll take care of that. McBain joins in. Jackrep is here as well. Genji's keeping an eye on the top turn-in. Dwergman has the entirety of a turn-in to himself. Nobody's found him out quite yet. There's the first delay. Now Diablo here. Second delay on the Fire Stomp. Swap just barely missing Jackrep. Now Chromie might have the next. Goes in. That bottom camp is going to start to push a keep wall very soon. All 5 members of TSEA Link are in the top here. They need to pick a team fight before 16. Jet propulsion misses. Slowing Sands is out. Genji on the back line. Might be able to get something going on Gul'dan. Has to retreat out following the drain life. Swap just missing again. Southgate boys are very close to what would be their third turn-in. They're going to need a few more gems. They're about 3 away. Artanis now bottom, and now they can make their move. Getting the turn-in. Phil and McBain have 30 between the two of them. Oh boy, Blaze is in trouble. There's the Unstoppable. The Horrify comes out. They're trying to protect his gems. Unstoppable there. We see the Wraithwalk from Leoric, and there's the focus yet again. More Unstoppables. We got cleanses from Lily. We've got new habits. Now we get Judge. Leoric goes down to a poison at a backline shot. And now TSA Link looking to try to turn things around. Blaze has bunker. He should be okay. No, barely. He did not avoid the Chromie shot, but he did avoid the APOC. He's trying to stay in there as long as possible. Dwergman is just barely getting out. This could be a reset if Diablo goes down. Watch his souls. SR Gaming chasing him. Artie. There's the swap. Jet P misses. They're still chasing him. He's got poison on him. Deckard could be in the area. No, Diablo goes down. That is 100 souls. However, SR Gaming gets traded out. Genji picks up the counter kill. 16s are here for the Southgate boys. They do not accomplish perhaps their stated goal of picking off the gems on Dwergman, but they're going to get some chase down here. The cleanse comes through. Gul'dan goes down. Long way to go for Blaze. The Entomb only catches Asmodan. There's a big dunk. But the Lord of Flab is no more. Asmodan goes down. That camp in the bottom lane got some pressure, and now this is yet another turn-in. Genji converts. And the Southgate boys do wind up picking another turn in. Top's got a little bit of a fort left. This will go down quickly. For the Link, they need to find a way to protect their keeps. Priority in the bot lane with the wall down. Excuse me, the gate down. Most of that top wall's gone. Most of the top tower is out as well. Everybody will have their heroics up and available, with the exception of Genji, still waiting a little bit longer for that X-Strike to be up. Get our 16 talents while we're kind of hanging out here. Leoric done with the Wraithwalk build. Gul'dan now complete. Echoed Corruption online at 16. Everybody's quests are good and done. Artanis actually swaps into a trap. The swap still went out, but did not connect, and now he is in a world of CC. Lily trying to get him out of there with the Clans SR Gaming. Just hops into the bunker. There's Stay a While and Listen. They're trying to get both of these boys stuck in the bunker. There's APOC on top of it. Artanis goes down. You see the Swift Strike and the Chromie kill finish. Horrify came out. Phil is low. Remember, he does not have soul, so he's quite weak. Wait, this keep is not going down. However, the keeps in other lanes are under pressure. Dwargman almost gets one kill on Diablo. Might set sights on the Leoric. We'll take a look at the off lanes in a second. That dunk should finish off Leo. It does. Mid's got minion pressure. Top has Webweaver pressure. And now we see the Link backing up. They may be able to save these keeps. Top's going to be a problem. Ooh, and the Webweaver, that little big wave shot does go down. And there's an Asmo shot. Joe Joss just about done. What's Asmo at? 376. Now the scaling comes into effect. Chromie has finished her quest chain. It should go with the Piercing Sands. 89 gems on the board. Leoric's dead for 20 seconds. Link trying to get Dwargman in a spot where he can turn in all 73 gems. He should be able to get them done temporarily. This is how you build a comeback on Tomb. Save your gems. Save your keeps. Scale your heroes. Cleanse. Yeah, there's so many cleanses. It's a tough time trying to figure out whether it's Lily or whether it's New Habits. They've been effective, though. Link will back up. They're going to try to get this top wave prepped a little bit better. Mid is going to go down. Good play by Southgate, boys. They picked up their Bruiser camp in the mid lane, and that will help them out greatly. Bottom not yet up against a wave. Here comes the 5v5 fight. Link definitely wants this fight before 20. Dwargman's positioned up front. There goes the minion armor. Lily's in big trouble. She's squirming away. Gets Jugs off. Is sleeping, but... Oh, there's the APOC. We see the Entomb. Everybody trying to get into the bunker. X-Strike comes out. Does not finish a kill. SR Gaming at the front will now move back into the bunker. Blaze is all right. Doing okay. Bunker almost done. SR does not get the swap. Just a massive bodies moving forward. Dwargman has a lot of gems. He needs to get out of there safe. Lily cleanses him, but it's not enough. The wallbang from Diablo does the job. Jella could be next. Artanis is trying to keep those shield procs and stay alive. He's got a long way to go. No Horrify on the board. Lily gets Jugs out there. There's the 20. As we see Phil using the Hell Gate to great effect. Now trying to find his way into Lily. No more adventure for you, young lady. Top and bottom being pressured out. But that was 3 kills for the Southgate boys. And they will retreat to clean up their lanes. Boy, they might lose top keep here. That's a lot of minions. Ooh, boy. Big trade. The Link will trade the kills and the early 20 advantage for a keep in the top lane. They'll get a little bit of respite here while Southgate boys have to clean things up. Crazy Cat Lady and Joe Joss will pick up the camp and the Bruisers. Goon's a little sad. Lily finally got killed. Stayed alive for a long time. Had Jugs back up. Got stuck in the sleep. 61 gems on the side of Southgate boys. This is nearly a turn, and they'll be picking it up momentarily. Leo will be able to complete the 65 once he gets one more. So we get Mercs mid. Good pickup in the bot lane. Link will have some passive pressure. They do not have access to a turn-in. Looking to pick up the 20. About a half level away. Nobody's made a move towards boss yet. A little disappointing. Everybody loves a good throw pit on Tomb. 20 nearly here. Let's see if Phil wants to make this play before Link hits their all-important final talent spike. Been picking on Artanis. You see 5 deaths on him thus far. SR's been soaking a lot of damage, though. Here's the blue turn in. That guy snuck it. Go to Gamer on the Genji. With the way these lanes are prepped, bottom needs to have the camp cleared out, and we do see Genji and Diablo making the rotate. This will give a little bit of free clear. Right now, you can see the peril that the mid and top keeps are about to be under. Asmodan, finish stacking. It's a lot of damage. Taking a look at our 20s. We've got the Horrify okay with Haunt. Lily go. Mistweaver. Not a bad idea. Somebody tell me whether that's the 20 pick for Lily. I do not know. We get the bunker upgrade for Blazerino. Get an extra suppression pulse. Now we got to worry about our keeps for TSEA Link. A team wipe on either side may actually end up winning this game just because of the way the top lane does not have a keep. Mid has been finished. It does have one of the weaker Fortipults. We got to keep an eye on top lane here. I expect to see a lot of bar buttons. Hope to see some deaths. Webweaver has been just finished. Jackrip has done a great job all game of keeping that time trap in front of Chromie, who has been the target of so many swaps that have been interrupted by the stasis. Good plan in there. Bottom is just going to go down passively. And now we get into the fun part of Tomb, baby. Everybody's at level 20. We've got a fully stacked Asmodan. 11-4. The better team fight on the side of the Southgate boys. They do have Leoric with... I was about to say with. Oh, no silence. We go Spectral Leech. The auto attack heal. There goes the keep. Minions took it down. Asmo will clean it back up. Mid will go down here really to Chromie shots, if nothing else, if she can keep sneaking in. Southgate boys are looking for a fight. They have no gems. But at the same time, they're looking for a fight while TSEA Link just has no need to really push forward. But Gul'dan didn't get that memo. Cat Lady, you are crazy for stepping into that choke, and Phil found you. There's the Hellgate. Diablo actually hits both members. There's the Entomb. Both tanks are in big, big trouble. They'll keep trying to hit the bunker swap. Blaze is trying to find the gate. He uses the Unstoppable. Lily's got jugs, and it is not going to keep anybody alive. Artie goes down. Blaze goes down. 3 more kills for the boys. Let's see if they can figure out how to win this video game. Genji steps up. There goes the mid keep. Ganjo slides up. He deflects all of that laser damage. Good plays by Goaty there. He helps get everybody up onto the core. Asmo's going to try to keep everybody off of this, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Shield will go... Ooh, it might be enough. Look at these health bars. If Asmo can connect on a dunk on the back line... That's a big hit on Mr. Bot. Leo in a bit of trouble. Are we going to run it down with Asmo Lily? Phil does get to full stacks. He's full on souls. Keep an eye on top lane. That's 3 Katas. About 15 seconds. And everybody will be back. A lot of low health bars, man. It's just scary doing this with an Asmo up and around. Even like a blind dunk is like a kill or 2. Really, that Southgate boys need to pay attention. Top lane has 3 Katas. There's a 4th and a 5th headed this way. For the Link, they want to prevent the backs. Nobody's seen this yet. 3 Katas, not yet fixated on core. Chromie's here. They got 2 Katas in the other way. In fact, the mid Kata is there, and Chromie just dunks it, and it's all done. Let's take a look at stacks real quick. Almost at 100k for the Chrome Dome. Asmo near 80. Bottom camp picked up as well. There is one more camp on the board for the Southgate boys to pick up. As their own bruisers are up and available, we do see them making the move. The issue is that, again, with a fully stacked Asmo and a Gul'dan, I don't think anything's getting a core. Chromie now becomes like the all-important wave clear. Jackrip has to take care of the stacking Katas in the top lane. 24 minutes in. Next fight, next turn-in, probably will do it. However, nobody has gems. Nobody has any reason to move up to the throw pit in the top lane either. Quick turn in. Jack Rip wants to drop off his gems. He and McBain have nearly 30 between the two of them. You can see the discrepancy in the amount needed for a turn in. Genji's up top. Better move, really, for the Southgate boys. They want their mobility up top rather than the Chromie. So, the Link, you know they're not going to force the boss, but they were maybe hoping for a pick. Just being here and maybe forcing someone into a choke point might be it. Force the boss instead of start it. Jack Rip takes a big hit. Chromie in a bit of trouble there. Leo low. Eats a lot of corruption stacks. Now he gets hit with the jet propulsion. He'll be all right for a hot minute. Root comes out. Artanis was looking for the swap. Won't get it off. Dorgman a little low. Phil on the flank here. Does have full souls. The other two off lanes, mid and bottom, are well in the favor of the Southgate boys. Go to Gamer went in. Oh no. He did not get over the wall with the jump and then immediately has to use the jump to get over. There's the bunker. Phil looking for a kill. He's got himself a Gul'dan, but there are jugs. Stay along, listen on the backside. Everybody's trying to stay alive in the bunker. Dorgman low. Artanis probably even lower in a couple of seconds. Blaze cannot get out. There's the dunk. No kills coming out. We saw the Horrify in the middle of the team fight there, so Crazy Cat Lady does not have her big level 20 haunt available. SR staying alive, boy. Artanis is finally doing work. Chromie goes down to auto attacks. Arty things. Hits like a truck. Shields like what? And now we have an interesting trade. Chromie for Blaze. Oh, Crazy Cat Lady trying to stay alive here. Their bot bat steps up. Gul'dan is low. Artanis is off in a side lane. He needs to get in there pronto or somebody's in big trouble. And Tomb is up and available. I would not be surprised to see McBain use it here if he can get a couple of people in this. There it is. Gets two members. We got a low Asmo who just gets wall banged by the Diablo, but the poison might be enough for Leo who has to back out. SR with that strong sustain on Artie is trying to stay in this. We've got about 7 seconds left before Lily can heal everybody up with jugs. 65 gems can be turned in, but top lane yet again, 3 catapults. Chromie's not back for 15 seconds. Everybody's backing off. And now we get to start it again. Everybody gets some clear. Everybody get your waves. See what's happening. All right. Ooh. All that clear in the top lane might give Link this opportunity. They are trying to channel. Dorgman needs to stop Goaty Gamer. Some of the gems got in, but not all of them. SR Gaming has that turn into himself. Chromie is turning in top. Jack Rip dropped a bunch off, but now it's a 4v5. There's Hellgate. The stun doesn't quite connect onto Gul'dan, but he should be all right. Watch out for the Chromie bomb. It connects. Gul'dan is gone. Dorgman stuck inside the Entomb with 22 gems. Southgate boys are going to pick up some kills. They do have a turn-in available. Blaze trying to get out of there with the help of the cleanses. He's stuck. He'll bunker off on this side. It's going to take a miracle. Down goes Dorgman. And now the march can resume. 5v3. We have Lily, Asmo, and Artanis. That slow wave clear from the Southgate boys not helping out here. Are they going to go for core? No, it looks like they're going to be okay picking up a turn-in. This is like 29-minute web weavers. They're pretty strong. Another camp pickup. It's got to be the second or maybe third time that the Southgate boys have picked this up. Despite their lack of wave clear and lack of core damage, they have put an emphasis on their opponent's bruiser camp. Deckard is going to finish this off. Mr. Botbot with his remaining gems in mid is perilous. We've got 3 caddies in the top lane. So top will not be a factor. In fact, they're fixated on core. This is odd. 80. That's 6% a shot. 70. Okay. Miracle defense time. Blaze will be back in 3 seconds. Everybody needs to stay alive. There's the Horrify just on the defensive side. McBain gets chunked out. Excuse me, that's red web weavers. Huh. I'm a dingus. This game just took a new life of its own. We're 30 minutes in. Webweaver in the top lane has access to a 70% core, and now the Southgate boys are trying to back. Oh no, that might have done it. Somebody's got to find the delay here. Oh, they don't right-click Leo. Decker trying to back. Diablo trying to get back. This is half health on the Web Weaver. TSEA Link. Oh, they were a little late there. There's a swap on Diablo. He's got 100 souls. He Hellgate's out. And is all right. Oh, this game. Why is it every time I cast a Tomb game, it's 35 minutes or less? Should be a pizza delivery rule slapped on this bad boy. Diablo on the backside. Mr. Botbot is there as well. Phil does a good job. He's got to dodge a lot of those Echoed Corruptions. Big damage. BDD coming out from Gul'dan. The stalemate resumes. I was surprised. I thought Mr. Botbot had that turn in. Diablo goes in. No swap, but Genji has to give up the turn in. 2 more Katas and a Chromie up top. It's been very hard for TSEA Link to force. Oh no, they don't see Leo. McBain gets it off. Jello was inside the vent here and maybe just couldn't quite see him. All right, anybody want this one? Yeah, already sneaking in and up top. Good plays by SR. Blaze. Trying to jet propulsion out of that. There's the bunker. This should be game. Somebody's going to win this team fight. Big Asmodean dunks and the Horrify comes out on top of that. 2 low health bars. Leo dead. Diablo dead. Stay along and listen. Getting huge value. Artanis is low. He gets killed by a Chromie bomb. Dorgman trying to find the way out. No jugs for Lily. Remember, those have been used. Low health bars. Diablo back. He gets the buyback, but is low. Top has been poked out by the Katas. Mid is largely gone. There's Dibbles. Bottom is going to have the best chance to make an impact here on this push. 32 minutes in. Going in. Genji almost found an Asmodean. Now has to be careful. Core damage is going to get started. Blaze is rooted. Could be dead. Dorgman is gone. Shields are gone. Katas are just ripping this apart. This is what, 6-7% every single Kata shot. 40%. Jackrip is low. Oh my god, is this for real? Are we not going to end this game? 18, 16. Jackrip. Getting lasered. Gul'dan goes down. Okay. God, I need a coffee. Yikes. Well, that was a barn burner. Thank you guys for sticking around. Holy hell. The Southgate boys pick up the victory in an exhausting fashion. We're playing Dota now. We almost hit that 40-minute mark, man. Jesus. It's always Tomb. It's always Tomb. Those are like, so those are a lot of the magical conditions that you need for Tomb to go a long time, right? When one team gets like a lot of early Webweaver turn-ins, but like if you get three turn-ins and you don't pick up a keep, this game is going to be forever. And that's really what happened to Southgate boys. They lacked siege damage. They went with the Genji Chromie, so they had huge kill potential, which they exercised in that game. But the big problem in that game, again, lack of siege. Diablo getting his souls reset a couple of times, that, you know, was a big problem. And then trying to push into an Asmodean and a Gul'dan was a massive problem. Look at that Asmo siege. 320k. Oh, he killed some minions in that game. But in the end, the Southgate boys pick up the victory. Alrighty. We're going to keep an eye out on our chat lobby here. We'll see where we're headed for game number 2. Jurass, listen, they were a little unorthodox. A lot of magic damage. Main tank Blaze, not something you always see. I thought Dorgman did a really good job. Listen, they were all in on getting rid of minions. But if the Artanis swaps are not connecting, and we really highlighted Jack Rip's Chromie traps as really being a part of that, hard to engage. You know, jet propulsion, and then what? Was really the problem there for TSEA Link. But Blaze is an important hero for the Southgate boys. They have played him 10 times, won 80% of those games, It was a good steal. Just didn't quite work out. All right, where are we at? Okay, we're trying to figure out what is going to be the next map. Game number 2. As the Southgate boys take a 1-0 lead. We're taking a peek at the lobby here just to refresh what has happened thus far. We just got back from Tomb, so Volskaya and Dragonshire have been eliminated. If you guys are just hopping in, or you are a little late, these are two teams up at the top of Div 6, number 2 and number 4. Everybody chasing that body block crew. Playoffs, a couple weeks away. Teams are going to be jockeying for position. This is a really big matchup within the division. Because the winner, if we're looking at the standings, looks like they have an exceptional opportunity to secure a top 4 position. Meanwhile, the loser has a lot of teams chasing them. The Portrait Goblins, Lost in Draft, Space Fungi, and the free agent team Rodimus. I mean, it's always really packed. Usually from about 5 to 16 in these divisions, and there's really no exception here. There's no exception. Number of teams there, even that may be on the outside of the playoffs, do have some opportunity with a couple of big wins to move themselves up. Chat, thank you for joining me tonight. Pie folks, thank you. I see there's a watch party in my Discord. Love it. Love to see it. All right. Got our lobby up. What would an amateur HOTS set be without this map? Everybody knows where we're headed. Let's update the map select screen for map number 2. As soon as we can get over there. Of course, we are headed to Infernal Shrines. Southgate boys did choose to take the first pick. So this is the map selection as we update our map of TSEA link. We'll get teams in lobby soon. Nope, that's not the right word that I wanted to type there. Hey, lobby. Okay, got it. Yeah, you can't play amateur HOTS without going Infernal. Just the way it goes, baby. All right, what do we want to see? Changes perhaps in draft. I really did like the gamble with the Boiz main tank, especially on a map like Tomb. But I want to see the draft on the side of TSA Link, even if they do go with like a really strong wave clear comp, to just have a little bit more engage. I think the Lily worked out really well. I mean, the cleanses were just popping all over the place. I had no idea whose cleanse was being used. It was someone's. All right, let's get everybody swapped. We got to get everybody over. You're going over there. That was Jack. Okay. Captain, cool. Mr. Botpot needs a little bit of a break. Alrighty. Peeking around, man. What's happening in the world out there? Ah! Snag doesn't like Blaze main tank. We might have lost a game because some dingus thought that we could pull it off in the early part of the season. I could bring it back now. I mean, I'm the captain and the drafter, so suck it. Like I said, he needs help engaging from the off lane. Faux show. Alrighty. Any other changes in draft? I thought the Chromie Genji was a risk. It didn't really seem like a Tomb specialty, but it's pretty good. I'm not sure really if Chromie was going to be part of the draft there in the first game. If the Southgate boys win this set, we'll have to ask them. They have always shown a priority for Gul'dan, so seeing both Blaze and Gul'dan picked up by TSEA Link maybe shows that they want to maybe mix a steal play a little bit here in the draft. So that might have came out. Again, didn't quite work out, but again, perfectly valid. I don't mind it. Just missing one or two things. Here on Infernal, as always, we expect to potentially see Alex Straza. Maybe on this map we get a little bit more global play. That's some, I don't want to say odd offlaners. Artanis and Leo are sort of like the tier 2 offlaners. Dahaka and Malthael obviously are the best of the best. We'll see where that winds up going. Shout out. Thank you, Robin Bird, for the follow. Much appreciated. All right, everybody's ready. Game number 2 is incoming. Should be a fun one. Let me just make sure we got everything good. Boom, boom, thumbs up, captains. Everybody says R. I'm going to click that button. Let's get ourselves a draft. Infernal Shrines. We'll try to make it so that the band noises are here for you guys. So like I said, the reason that I lose my noise is that I just don't have certain things set up that I probably should have. Voice meter. So if I shift off and I show you guys some hot stats, I tend to lose it. One of these days I'll bug Crow about it. One of them. White main band, keeping things consistent. Bumble with the prime sub. Oh, stop showering me with gifts. I might think I can slide on in there, Crow. Wink, wink. Bumble's awesome. Bumble's been our MVP this season. Proof that you don't need to play competitive hops or a ranked mode to ball out. Shout out to my support and my occasional Jaina. Tyrande also removed, so both teams will lose their top support choices. So let's see. Does Diablo make it through? We had a Gary ban. This is... I'm trying to think. I actually think it probably is Diablo's best map. You can just kind of, you know, hang out, soak, try to get your 100 souls before you get, you know, back up to the objective, and you have a lot of walls with which to put people up against in a scary, scary fashion. Here's the Johanna ban. This being EU, we tend to see a little bit more of a priority on Anubarak. More so than Mal'Ganis, who I did not get to see and actually wasn't banned out. Should maybe teach me a lesson about maybe that hero just isn't that great. There's the Dibbles ban. Okay. So Gary's up. Southgate Boiz taking a little bit of time here. Devil Tamer, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the lecture hall. First pick for the Southgate boys. Yep. We're going to rip that Garrosh. Still a high pick rate on Garrosh. Win rate has sort of plummeted a little bit as teams have adjusted to bring out some poke comps. He's got some good counters in this meta. Raynor always does very well into Garrosh. Liliana Arthas. We like that Lily. And I liked it in game 1, and I think chat will never, ever have a problem with somebody picking the Panda Power. Clearly TSEA Link want the cleanse. Let's pull some Lily stats up. I'm kind of curious how Lily's been doing. Look at that win rate, 53%. Very nice. Low participation rate. She's usually out there and available. And then we have the Alex and the Blaze. So we've got our Alex on Shrines. Kind of expected. And then we have this Garrosh Blaze combo. I'm interested whether this is offlane Arthas or main tank. As we saw in game 1, TSEA Link will go deep into the warrior pool and maybe break out something unexpected. And there's the Gengu ban. Gotti Gamer will not be allowed to pick up the ninja for game number 2. Blaze here. Interesting hero. He still loses to a lot of solo laners, and he loses hard. But he's kept that win rate up. His team fight is still very good. Jet Propulsion is still a massive stun. The area of effect is somewhere between a double wide trailer and a small apartment complex. So if you hit that, stuff tends to get dead. Joe Josh feels honored with the Asmo ban. This is another really good Asmodan map. Ooh, Jaina Luna. Second time I've seen Lunara today. Jaina is a fantastic hero against Garrosh. And this Jaina Lunara combo, if we can rewind a little bit to earlier in the afternoon, was the key to success for Communist Fresh on the second and the match-deciding map win. Ooh. On Towers of Doom. We've got an Orphea. And a Hanzo. Haven't seen Orphea in a hot minute. Let's throw the orphan stats up there. How's she doing? Pretty darn good. She had a big nerf at the early parts of the season, which sort of nerfed like the standard build, but like Q build's kind of fun. A lot of different things coming out, and holy hell, we have Azul. I don't know. I really don't. I got a Lily. I got a Zool. I got an Orphan. I get more Luna. Okay. Looks like we might have some, like, neat little, like, swaps going on here. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, like, obviously, I'm, like, not knowing these teams. So, just looking at, like, the heroes right now, Dwargman, who's playing main tank Boiz, has the Arthas. SR Gaming, who was on the offlane Artie, is now on Jaina. Joe Jost, who was playing that Asmo, is now on Zool. So, the question is, who plays the offlane? You always want Zool's wave clear in your 4-man. You know, Lunara offlane is just oppressive and obnoxious. And without a Genji, I wonder if anybody can even get up there. All right, hey, we're ready. Game number 2. Over on the side of the Southgate boys. Getting warmed up with the B-steps. Phil on the Garrosh. Mr. Bot. No, he's a real hero. He's on the Alex Straza. Jack Rip on the Orphea. With whatever that spray is. I gotta find that out. That is hot. Got a gamer on the Hanzo. McBain. TS on the Blaze. Trying to keep this series alive for TSEA Link. SR Gaming on the Jaina. Dorgman on the Arthas. Crazy Cat Lady on the Lunara. Jella. Once again on the Lily. And last but not least, Joe Jost on the Zool. What do we got for Zuli here? Still thinking about that level 1. It's usually Backlash. Nope. Shackler. Slows. Slows on slows on slows. What did Luna take? Hippity Hop? Kind of neat. We got some different talent choices here. Q build Hanzo. For the target practice. Blaze moving into the Neural Stim Pack as well. Phil on the side. Watch out for Garrosh, who's the target. Thinks better of it. So Zool heads up in the top lane. Did get chunked out. Joe Jost. This is going to be trouble. Hanzo definitely up here to try to get some of his stacks in. Advantage early for TSA Link as they do clean up the bottom lane first. We'll take a peek. Orphea and Hanzo kind of roaming together a little bit here. This does connect on the Orphea, who's going to need to get some of those Qs to get on out. She's low, and she is gone. First blood over onto the side of TSEA Link. Wave clear matchup in the top lane. Link up ahead. Needs to keep this rotational advantage up. I'd like to see them, whenever they pick up a kill, you know, maybe think about picking up a Merc camp. Try to get some pressure going. Orphea's wave clear doesn't really come online until level 4. Same with Hanzo. He really needs explosive arrows before he can start clearing waves and whatnot. But everybody's back. Trying to keep an eye on the top lane here. Blaze's self-sustain against Zool is probably going to win out. I'd like to see what the Zool is going to do in a team fight. That might be neat. We could have Roots on Roots, Bone Prison maybe in a Howling Blast, or vice versa. A lot of damage with Jaina there to follow it up. Garrosh with a good aggressive positioning. Shout out to Phil. He's been more aggressive. Oh, and it's probably going to lead to a kill here on Luna. There it is. Taking advantage of a late rotate and bounce goes Bambi. She's going to have to take the long hop back from core. Level 4 is unlocked for both teams. Let's flash our talents. Zool now starts to move into the double build. He starts things off with Grim's Scythe. He's looking to get Cursed Strikes on top of everything here. Yeah, again, everything looking standard. We've got a Circle of Life build. Or sorry, the Abundance build there for Alex. Level 4 Surge of Vitality. 8 stacks on Circle of Life. A little bit behind. Really just because of that early Orphea kill. It's difficult to double up on globes when you are not ahead in the rotations. Mid objective here. Camps get cleaned up. Southgate boys get there first, and Got a Gamer will get things going. There's Indomitable. Garrus wants no part of it. Does eat the root, but does get out pretty far. Trying to keep an eye, especially on the top lane, as Zool does make it down here. What's the damage combo here? Like, are we going to root the same target? What's going on? Under a bit of pressure, McBain steps up. Dorgman now moves on to the point. 15-6. Phil looking for a target to throw on that Garrosh. And he removes the Arthas from play for a hot minute. Does not connect on the Groundbreaker. There's the root. It's on Blaze. There's the Blizzard. And Arthas on top of it. Low. And the auto attacks do come through. Lily gets the kill. There's the dragon from Alex Straza. And that might be the end of Zool. Auto attacks coming through. Here's the rundown. Got a Gamer on that Hanzo doing good work. Maybe one more throw here. No, Garrus is alright. And with Zool going down, the first objective and the Mortar Punisher will be over on the side of the Southgate boys momentarily. Blaze looks like he's moving towards top. And he will. Luna in the bottom lane. This is a difficult spot here. Lily's going to have to use a cleanse to get anybody out. But, unfortunately, she too gets dinged up by the punny. Level 7s are here. Into the Fray comes online. This is the standard Hanzo build if you're moving into the Q build. To pick up the Dragon Hungers. That's a lot of spell power. Adding a lot more single target. Let's see how Goaty does. Blaze up in the top lane, slamming some minions up against the wall. Zool missing out on a bit of XP. 3/4 of a level advantage lead. Oh, and Phil just missed that. It happens with Garrosh. You get back in there and you find somebody else to chuck. Stats up on the board. Damage kind of low. Hanzo doing well thus far. Taking a look at Garrosh. Definitely wanted Jaina, but couldn't wind up maneuvering past Arthas in that situation. Just keep an eye on Phil here. Trying to stay in the jungle there with the Gary. Looking to make some plays. Taking a peek there up at the top lane. This is pre-10. TSEA Link would perhaps do themselves well by trying to force a fight. They have the opportunity to pick up bottom camp if they do move in that direction. Just taking a peek at some of the questing talents. Not a lot done yet. Power spikes are going to take a little while. Crazy Cat Lady gets thrown. There's the Unstoppable from Lily. She does get out. The camp was picked up. SR Gaming on the Jaina taking care of that. Very nice play from Jella. Throwing out the cleanses there on the Lily. 10s are here. Crushing Jaws, Cleansing Flame, Bunker. We got the Arrow, and then we do have Warlord's Challenge, and here comes the Invade. Level 10s are here well before anybody's going to be able to make a play for the Link. Crushing Jaws confirms the kill onto Lily. Phil trying to get the chase down. There's the Dragon Arrow. Phil thought twice of it, backed up just to get the stun, and Jack Rip on the Orphea picks up another kill. Has to worry a little bit about Lunara. 2 camps need to be cleared out, but 2 kills are picked up for the boys. There you can see that quick and easy clear there from Orphea. Thornwood Vine, Army of the Dead, Jugs, Ring. What's good? What's Zool going? Skeletal Mages. We'll see if Joe Joss can make more of an impact here as we get post 10. Puts the root on Garrosh. 3 members here ready to collapse. Zool could be in trouble here. Jella is there to escort the bony Necromancer out of harm's way. Top lane. What do we got up here? It's not declared which punny it's going to be. Should be an even talent tier fight. 13s are a full level away. Well, here's Phil again with this good positioning. Here's the Wisp. I don't think it found Garrosh. Looking to get down with the Arthas. There's the taunt. Crushing Jaws and Ring to cancel it out. We got to see who ends up winning this battle. Lily gets Jugs off free and clear. Dwargman's staying alive. There's the bunker. Garrosh is super low. McBain is staying as long as possible. Dragon's Arrow, but it only connects onto Arthas. He does get thrown out. There's the Root as well. A ton of damage. Orpheus skips up, but it is to her dismay. Blaze down. Garrosh down. And Gotti Gamer can't find the damage to get the counter kill. Lily things. Jella with the Jugs. And everybody can continue their adventure. This is an Arcane Punisher. And if you want to beat an Alex Straza on a point, you have got to pick up kills before she can get there. And that is what TSEA Link have done. Looks like the boys are going to let this one go. I mean, they had to use all of their R buttons there just to try to keep everybody alive. Hanzo's down in the bottom lane. He can get some good value here. Top lane Punisher. No structural damage. Blaze and Hanzo doing the double soak thing. I expect to see Zool go back off and contribute in that area. Maybe not. Jump comes out. Garrosh hits the Indomitable. We got laser beams from this Punisher. And it's a 5-man rundown in top. R buttons for everybody will be ready soon. The last one to come online will be Cleansing Flame in 15 seconds. There's the Punisher jump. Right now, Garrosh is the focus. Eats the Howling Blast. There's a Circle of Life, but he just ignores it. Top lane will lose the fort. This Punisher still has enough health that he will run it down a little bit more in top lane, but we expect to see the Link make the rotate out. Ooh, Cena. Jack Rick nearly in a bit of trouble there. Sounds like somebody's outside. Anyway. Okay, so the one silver linings here, and it's actually a gold linings if you ask me, for the Southgate boys is due to the 5-man rundown, they traded a fort for a level advantage despite losing the second objective. They had Hanzo and Blaze off soaking. Seemed to serve them pretty well. 13s are here for both teams. Let's get our talents up. Everybody's starting to make a little bit more progress on their stacks. Fingers of Frost should be done soon. Hanzo's been struggling a little bit. Only 3/5 of target practice up. Oh, Dragon's Air in the mid lane. Trying to get Garrosh out of there. Skeletal Mages is there as well. That's not going to do it. The Cleansing Flame response is a little bit too late. Just want to take a peek at Hanzo. Hold Alt for more information. Okay. I don't know if we can actually see this talent. Chat, help me out if somebody knows better than I do. Love to hear it. Anyway. Top lane camp will be picked up shortly. Garrosh has gone down yet again. How many deaths is that for the big fella? 2 deaths on Garrosh and Blaze. 2 on Orphea. 6 kills to 4 as TSA Link looking good here. In game number 2, they seem to be finding their bearings. And finding an apropos kill target. Jaina against Garrosh. It's lore worthy, and it's what you want to see. Took the Link a little while to get going in terms of the macro game, but they have been putting a lot of pressure out in terms of camps. Got a gamer with a good jump over the wall there. He would have been dead. A little bit of a weird spot. Hanzo and Blaze kind of split. Blaze has to jet P on out of there. Top lane is going to be Camp v Camp. 5-man in bottom. Looks like they're going to prep this lane. Oh, here comes the collapse. McBain. We're keeping an eye on the jet propulsion. It connects on 3 members. Garrosh gets rooted. There's the Indomitable. Looking for the taunt. It comes through, as does Dragon's Arrow, but the bunker is out. You see Crushing Jaws catch 2 members. There's the Dragon as well. Ring might put a stop to some of this carnage, but Jaina does go down. Garrosh is sliding forward. Jet propulsion catches Arthas. He should go down soon. There's another good into the fray toss. Great play by Phil. He sets McBain up to pick up yet another kill. Dwergman is gone. Shrine is activating in 20 seconds. However, with the 2 kills, it does look like Southgate boys will be able to pick up this objective rather uncontested. They did get to the 16 talent tier, and they have evened out the kills. Zul's up in the top lane. He's got to deal with a camp. He'll do so quite well. One attack, speedy boy. Hanzo been doing work. Orphea, pretty equal. Everybody just about close in terms of like the top damage dealers. Whoops, pardon me. 25 skeletal defenders picked up. Zul and Arthas are on the way, but they're not going to be able to make it there in time. At 16, Draconic Discipline comes online for Alex Straza. I assume we're going to get the old the Dragon combo with a 20 with the Ruby Wings. Frozen Punisher in the bot lane. Big flank. Keep an eye on Phil. I assume once this Punisher gets up onto the wall, he's going to go for it. There he is. Joe Josh was there. Dragon Arrow, taunt, crushing jaws, ring to try to answer this. Jella's trying to get out of there. Garrosh, however, is the first one to go down. There's Jugs. No one's around to interrupt it. The Punisher jumps onto Arthas. Looks like he's going to be okay. Cleansing Flame comes out to keep alive Boiz. There's a lot of people stuck in some roots here. Need to be careful. Good territory for Orphea to get some work done. She's out. Punisher nearly dead, and the fort is still alive. Jack Rip's got to be careful. If he doesn't get the dodge back, he's going to get killed by Luna real soon. There's the poison. There's the Howling Blast. Back and forth affair. Lily with the win. Jella had maybe 10% health left. Garrosh goes down. This is another big ring from SR Gaming. When the engagements have come through for Southgate boys, they tend to get the Dragon Arrow, and they layer that with the Jet Propulsion as well as Garrosh, getting his combo up. But they have not been successful in their engagements when they don't catch Jaina. The ring comes out as a response, and because of the... It's not really a mass melee, but the, sort of run it down with Orphea, Garrosh, and Hanzo. Or excuse me, Orphea, Garrosh, and Boiz. A lot of targets get caught in the ring. The counter engage can come through with Jugs, with Arthur staying alive through Army of the Dead. And that's what the Link has done very well. Oh, Blazerine Arrow. Trying to get out of there. There's another good into the fray by Phil. This fort getting chunked out. Double Khazra camp. The Luna poke should do quite a number here. But the Link back off. They do have a camp in the bottom lane as well. That'll have to be picked up. Even talent tier. Top lane up next. Advantage over to the Link. As we see, they're going to go ahead and pick up this camp. They have a full set of towers. No gate, but the well in the top lane. Fortipulse pushing down top as well. They might have been a little early on that cap. I think one thing you can do in that situation is hold the cap. But they're going to use that to invade. Oh boy. They'll get the cap, but they might get collapsed. SR's got to be careful in the Jaina. Crushing Jaws does miss. There's the Dragon's Arrow. They got 3 members in there. Jet Propulsion does connect. And Jaina goes down. A lot of low health bars. Cleansing Flame comes out as well. Dwergman trying to stay alive. Jack Rip goes down, so there's one trade. Arthas should go down. The bunker is keeping everybody out. JoJo's has a path free. Phil's going to try to find a kill. 2 kills for 1. Throws in McBain, who just barely misses the Jet Propulsion. Lily, as long as she doesn't get CC'd, should be able to get out, and she's okay. Double camp, top lane. Shreds the wall. 2 kills, though. Choices here for the Southgate boys. No Cleansing Flame. No 20. It's going to take Goaty a hot minute to get through all this. And with Arthas back in about 20 seconds... With the banked XP in the fort here, this is going to be another nice little bump up. They'll get things started. It is another Arcane Punisher, so a Laser Cena, whomever the victor may be. Jane is back. Arthas is back in 2 seconds. Very curious what TSEA Link want to do here. They don't have an offlaner soaking to get to 20, and I think if they did, they might lose out on the opportunity to pick this up. They're just going to go barreling in. Arthas is here. Orphea is here. Just about everybody's got an R button. Let's do it. Maybe not. Okay. Taking a little bit of a break. Just keep the post screen up there for a hot minute. And that. There we go. Bit of a lag spike. Not a big deal. Taking a look at our talent builds. We got a little Danza at 13-16 with Orphea. Change up in the build here. Hanzo going with a Pierce. Double jet propulsion talents at 13 and 16. I really know nothing about Lily builds. So what do we got? Free drinks. I mean, everybody feels good about free drinks. Hindering winds. Let's go. What do you got? 13, 16. Surging winds and pick me up. Right on. Oh. Maybe not ready quite yet. Phil wants a sec. Gonna wait for everybody to say I'm good. By the way, Crow, we could use a pause screen in game. Psst. Alex is done with her quest. Hanzo's got 4 out of 5. I'm not sure who he's missing. That's got to get finished for good. He's a good player. He's done some really good things, but maybe just sell out a little bit to get that last stack. Okay. All right, I got ours. There we go. Boba resumes the game, and the teams may resume the bloodbath. Dorgman sliding on in on the Arthas. He's going to run it down. Looking at Orphea here. Garrosh and Blaze are on the wrong side of things. They do get rooted. Big chunk of damage coming out. We can see the damage from Luna. Rain catches a whole bunch of people. We got Dragon's Arrow. Cleansing Flame. There's a bunker and jugs. Health bars are going down. Nobody's dying yet. Garrosh, Zul, you're gone. We see Arthas go down. And now Mr. Bot with that Alex. Oh, is this going to be enough? It's nothing but DPS left, folks. 36 defenders. Southgate boys are going to pick this one up. None of the warriors are left. We'll see what kind of value we can get in the top lane here. Remember that there are Fortipults. And, you know, these Fortipults kind of suck until, like, level 19. But if you can start to get them double stacked, which is what we see in the bottom lane, buildings go down. With all the engage gone, difficult for Southgate boys to slide up. They'll get the well. Crazy Cat Lady needs to be careful. Low mana there on Luna. So they do get the fort. Laser Cena will be done shortly. Lanes are pushed. 20s are on the board. What do we got? We've got extra skeletal mages. Thornwood Vine upgraded 20. Mistweaver yet again. This is a fun one. Anti-magic shell for Arthas. And at 20, we get the blink for Jaina. And on the flip side, let's take a look at what we got. We got the double toss from Gary. Bunker upgrade. Dragon's Arrow Global. Yep, on Ruby Wings. And the Crushing Jaws upgrade. This is a fun talent. Engulfing Oblivion. You could just... If you wind up starting the kill chain early with Orphea, it is just never going to end. Bottom camp picked up. Again, TSEA Link has done a great job in the second half of this game bossing mercenaries. There's actually skeletal mages. They're looking for an engage here. Indomitable used to get out. They have owned the merc camps in the second half of this game. I'm trying to see. Is there a stat? There's got to be a box that has merc camps. Where is it? Come on. Kills, death, assists. CC'd enemies. What else we got here, Allie? That might be it. NBD. We tried. The Link, as well as the Southgate boys, will position themselves to step back, pick up the shaman camps in the top lane. Bot lane up next. Once again, the advantage does go over to the Link. They've got a little bit of a fort left, but the other key in the bot lane is that they still have a well. They do not have their mid well. Southgate boys have no wells left. They are fortless. And now we get the aggressive positioning here from the Link. I like this. If they can get into that bush, they're just going to go for the clear. Wall low, almost gone in the bot lane. They've got a great win condition, but they've been caught multiple times before. Garrosh and Potentially Boiz on the backside, but Gary's in trouble. A lot of poison damage from Luna there. He went from half health in what seemed like 2 auto attacks. Mama Alex is there to get everybody up and running. We'll see if we get another gank attempt. With the fort up pulse in the top lane, the Shaman camp gets the advantage. It's got 2 Katas behind it. The Link will move to defend. The Wisp will see what's happening here. Arthur steps back up, does not connect. Keep an eye on McBain. This is another choke point. This one did not work out well for the Link last time. Doing some better things here, but there's Crushing Jaws. It connects with 3 members with the assist from the Dragon's Arrow. Low health, Jugs is out, trying to keep everybody up and alive. The bunker has expired. Garrosh is low, he's unstoppable, but well poisoned. The ring comes out, connects on 2 or 3 members. Zool trying to get back in there. Nobody's got any life left. Arthas goes down. Jojoss is up at the front. He gets the shield. Jaina gets traded off. Zool is dead. Blaze is dead. Lily's gone. And Phil lives. They may lose a keep in the top. They will, in fact. However, 4 kills for 1. Are we going to do this again? Are we going to get another 30-minute game? Is that where we're headed? We're just going to stare lovingly at this very lonely shrine. Just go to Cam easy. Hi, France. Okay. Alex and company will saunter on up. This is a frozen Punisher. They do have to worry about the offlane. There are going to be a lot of Katas moving in through the top lane, and that is exposed. Alex has got everybody up and running. The Link's going to have to give this one up. They don't have any Merc camps that they can really make a play on. They do, however, have a pretty good defense between Jaina and Lunara. The cleanses from Lily should keep anybody out of trouble from Punisher jumps. Watch a stack in the top lane. 2 forted, 2 Katas. 1 bad boy coming up the rear. And the Link will just back off. Blaze is going for the cleanup. Had to deal with mid. We'll see. Southgate boys desperately in need of a keep here. They're kind of running into the same issues that they had in the first game. Even when they've won objectives, they've just struggled to get a ton out of it. Very good at picking up the kills, but they tend to run low siege damage comps. See what they can do here. Arthur's looking to catch the punter. There it is. Blaze trying to step up. There's the poison from Luna. He's like permanently at half health. Everybody's got R buttons available. Let's keep an eye out for another big Crushing Jaws Dragon's Arrow combo. Eyes on Goaty Gamer at the back with the Hanzo. Ring comes out, does connect on Blaze. Punisher jump is there. There's the Crushing Jaws. It's only going to catch Arthas, who is doing all right. There's the Jugs yet again. We see Dragon's Arrow come out. Trying to keep an eye on these health bars. Garrosh low. Arthas in the front line low. Jojoss is almost dead. It's the bunker trying to find his way out. Zool goes down first. Garrosh low yet again. Alex is doing such a great job of keeping him healthy. The lunar damage is just not quite enough. McBain slides up, Crushing Jaws. Just misses. Could have been game for Jack Rip. Narrow miss. Core is at 80%. Blaze slides on out of it. It's at 55. 47. Oh boy. If they prevent the back, this game goes over to the Link. Blaze is going to get back. Jaina's down. Now they might be able to turn this fight and just go for the core. On the opposite side, Dwergman could be dead. He is. Kata v Kata. All right, Alex is here. I don't know why Alex backed. 30% core. Usually when you have a Hanzo, you can use Dragon's Arrow to catch up. There's Crushing Jaws to get out. The shield's almost gone. It is just Lily and Lunara. Not a bad combo with the poison. Phil looking to try to get something going here. He unstoppables and taunts on Lily. Crazy Cat Lady needs to turn her attention onto the core. Blaze and Hanzo are doing work. Jojoss is back on the Zool. Alex is nowhere near this. 50% on core. Jack Rip is the target for the root. Hanzo flips over. Luna's trying to track him down, and Hanzo goes down. Jella is low. Blaze with the bunker. 25% on core. Garrosh dead. 20%. Orphea gone. McBain is it. Keep an eye on that catapult behind. Not quite a Kalaris core, folks, but this is a pretty good one. 4 members dead. Top lane looks like it's going to be the way through. TSEA Link look like they might have done it, so long as they don't ignore this. Oh boy. The sprint is on, folks. Lily and Zul will get there first, 30 seconds before anybody's back. Arthas and company are there. Boy, we really got to keep an eye on the bottom lane. If there's a defense, I don't think there's enough time left. Zul's on it. Lily's there. Jugs are up and available. Everybody should be able to stay nice and healthy. Here comes Luna. There's the mages. Alex trying to use the dragon to keep everybody on out there. Jug comes out as well. Core shield gone. Luna's going to do it. We got ourselves a hell of a series. Oh boy. What a wild game. Oh man. Apparently these teams just want to give me these nice long games. We've played about 50 minutes of HOTS thus far. It's been a lot of fun. Let's get our stats up on the board here. Try to fix the update. Oh boy. I hope everybody's having fun watching this. Good bit of HOTS, baby. We were looking for the hot HOTS. We've got ourselves game 3. We'll take a peek and see. Oh man, that was fun. All right, jump back over to map screen. Let's get everybody up to date with what's been going on. Teams have split. The Southgate boys, they really like the first pick. They've actually chosen it again. We don't have a map pick up quite yet. So with the available maps left, boy, I'm really trying to think. I mean, the one that stands out is Towers, just as a nice generic pick. Southgate boys have given up first pick quite a bit. So we do have Sky Temple, Cursed Hollow, Brax's Holdout, and Battlefield of Eternity out. What else is happening? Once again, this is a hot little matchup, folks. In Div 6, we have 2 of the top teams. In fact, we can go ahead and just sort of focus in on them up at the top. Just keep the focus on the top of the chats. The Southgate boys in the link. 1 game separates each other in the record. I think like 1 map win was the only difference. So the link does have the ability to play catch up here. And potentially put themselves in a position to be opening up at number 2, pending some other results. All right. So, game number 3. First set of the day went pretty darn quick. Communist Fresh had a really successful afternoon, and this one is just going on and on and on. 32 minutes on Tomb, 26 minutes on Infernal. And both games just went on forever. Again, like, when you look at both of these games, you do see the Southgate boys really, like, coming out on top early, but they sort of lack the siege damage and the map pressure. And then in the mid-game, everything sort of gets wrestled back. You saw in that game, like, the Link picked up no camps in the early game, and they seem to pick up probably 2/3, if not more, of the camps in that mid-game from, like, 13 on. You know, late-game team fights, once you get to 20 with Alex, you can be a little bit more liberal with your dragon usage. And then the way that the team fights unfolded was largely the same. You got a big engage, you got Dragon's Arrow and Crushing Jaws on top of Jet Propulsion, as well as the Garrosh combos that were up and available with Warlord's Challenge and the stuns and whatnot. And then the key in that game was whether or not Jaina got caught up in all that. When SR Gaming on that Jaina didn't get caught, you could just throw a ring out there, and then it looked like Lily had more than enough sustain to just power everybody through. Jaina gets caught. If she goes down first, totally different story. The Lunara damage was just not quite enough to power through in an odd man situation. And that's where the Southgate boys really came through towards the end. Let's this guy. Link looking to get the map pick and whatnot. Good times here. Again, a lot of HOTS. Almost 50 minutes played so far. We'll see where we're headed up next. Oh boy, yeah, I'm getting tired. It's a slog. Rough night, followed by a lack of casting. Can't do a doubleheader. Bobo is just out of conditioning. Feels bad, man. The link needs a little bit of a break, so we'll obviously accommodate them in that regard. We'll just sort of flip around the map select tool and the standing show all the really cool stuff that Fallon Crow have made for us. We went to Tomb Infernal. I'm really not sure where we go next. Volskaya was banned out. Let's just take a peek. So the link has the map pick. They have only picked 3 maps the entirety of this season. We saw 2 of them, Infernal and Tomb. The third one was Dragonshire. However, that's not available. So, interestingly, the link has been put in a position where the only maps that are up and available are ones which they themselves have not chosen. Mixed results on the remaining maps. They are 1-1 on BOE, Sky Temple, and Towers. They do not have a game on Cursed Hollow. On the flip side for the Southgate boys, they played some more maps. Pretty good record on BOE. It's been picked against them 4 times. They have 3 victories. 1-0 on Towers of Doom. 0 for 2 on Sky Temple. 0 for 1 on Cursed Hollow. So somebody is likely going to be put on a map that they don't like, pending some scouting. Chat, what's happening? Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you guys for hanging through. Got a good bit of fam here. I'm trying to think. After this game, after the series and the pending interview, try to figure out where to go. We'll probably go hang out with Dread, assuming he's casting right now. Le Dread God. Back on the Twitch. Oh boy. Why not? We got one more game. We don't know where we're going to go. Number of the normal maps already been played. So, with the final map of the evening, with the final map of my doubleheader, it's very apropos that we are headed to my least favorite goddamn map in this video game. Son of a witch. Let's go to Braxis. Oh, I had best of 2. That's really funny. Updates. Just update this in real time a little bit here. Pick all the cool things. This was a red map selection, and there we have it. Oh, we're going on. Oh, everybody's on the wrong sides. We are going to Braxis. Why not? Make sure we've got everything looking good here. Set cap. Okay, we're getting teams trickling into lobby. We will be there shortly. Oh boy. All right, so Braxis, game number 3. Maybe a better choice for the link. So TSEA has chosen a lot more wave clear throughout their 2 sets, whereas the Southgate boys have gone a little bit more all in on the kill comps. Top lane's going to be kind of weird because Boiz is so heavily favored as a selection here by Southgate Boiz. I'm wondering if they go in that direction. He struggles, especially pre-10. Braxis is an okay map for him. He tends not to die, but his wave clear is kind of low in the early game. And pre-bunker, he can get picked a little bit if somebody makes the rotation on up that way. Brexit. I actually start calling it Brexit. But as always, because it's Braxis, we have no idea when anybody's going to break out on this map. People got pocket picks. People got some weird heroes. This would be the time to do it. Waiting for the R from both teams. And then we will get going. After this game, we will definitely have ourselves an interview from one of these teams, pending the victor. Before we slide on out of here. Okay. What else do I want to see here? We've seen a lot of mages. I feel like every game has been nothing but ability damage. We had Gul'dan Asmo, we had Orphea Hanzo. Teams are saying we are good and ready, so let's get going. Let's head to Braxis. I think I got everything right. Looks good.
Braxis holdout.
We had no whack-ass holdout. Why not? First pick over to the Southgate boys, and they will get things started with our ban. We've had pretty consistent bans throughout the first two games of the set. Whitemane, Tyrande, Johanna, and usually a tank ban, either Diablo or Garrosh. Got some respect bans coming through the later stages of the draft, but those have been the popular heroes. Southgate boys start things off with the Johanna. Remember, Whitemane is the preferred selection on support for TSEA Link. On the flip side, the Southgate boys really like their Tyrande, which has been banned out. It's not a great Tyrande map. You have to be very efficient with her on a two-laner. Chromigon. I want to give that back to Jack Rip. Well, Misty thinks we'll see a Falstad here. There is the Whitemane ban. Actually, I really like Falstad play here on Braxis. Especially if you can do different things with it. There's a Garrosh ban. Again, it's just a question of efficiency. Like, if you're going to use Falstad and you're going to use the global to put pressure on the top laner, every time you hit that Z button, you have got to get a kill. Smiley's here. Chromie. Yeah, it was good in game one. Hence it gets banned. Dibbles comes first. I don't think this is a great Diablo map. Prove me wrong. This might be coming from somebody who enjoys farming Diablos. But with a two-lane map, you don't get that, rotation capability where you can go pick up souls in another lane.
Grant us strength.
I feel like I've seen this before. Kel'Thuzad and Malfurion. I have a feeling some people in chat are going to be excited to see this combination.
I'm here to help.
And there's Gengu, and there is Genie. Genji Jaina. Genji is still, despite his low win rate, fantastic on this map. For the rotations up the top, as well as his amazing ability to just burn bosses. Let's show up some Malf stats. Alex gets banned out. Rough season for Malf. Again, he tends to be better as you move up the MMR ladders, but this is a really good spot where you can just root on root on root, Find a target and try to blow it up. Will be difficult to catch the Genji. You see the Alex band there. I actually think TSEA Link are hoping for another good chain target, like a frontline support. Like Deckard or Stukov are decent targets for Kel'Thuzad. I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna watch chat. Keeping it up with the Arthas and the Lunara. It seems to be the choice du jour for TSEA Link. They like that Arthas. It's the favored Tyrande pickup for the Southgate boys. There's top lane Blaze. Oh, I'm begging for stitches. Do it! This will be my favorite team. Give me the stitches. No, they take the Malthael. Still up and available. Death is here. Malthael, perhaps the preeminent offlaner right now in the video game, depending on how you feel about that matchup with the likes of Dahaka. Before we get going, let's flash these Malthael stats real quick. 52% win rate, good pick rate and involvement rate. 30% is not bad for an offlaner. Malthael does things. Pretty good hero. 5 seconds before we head on in to game number 3. We'll get Dorgman back on that Arthas. Look pretty good. Crazy Cat Lady again on the Lunara. Got a gamer gets the Genji back in this game. Those are different things going on here. Ooh boy. Game number 3. Braxis holdout. The winner of this game will solidify their position up at the top, and I think actually TSA Link would actually move into second place temporarily. So it's a big one for them. We'll see how they do here. We'll start things off, however, on the red side. Jella off that Lily and onto that Malfurion. SR Gaming is going to be playing the Kel'Thuzad. Crazy Cat Lady yet again on Lunara, and Dorgman for the second time on the Arthas. Top lane. Hey! Jojos on the Malthael. On the flip side, got a gamer on the Genji. McBain TS will be playing the Blaze up in the top lane, and rounding out the 4-man here for Southgate boys, Jack Rip on the Jaina. Mr. Botbot on the Tyrande, and Phil will be playing the Diablo.
Gates open.
Neural Stim Pack yet again for Blaze. Everything else looking pretty standard. Spell Shield for Diablo. Perhaps trying to avoid that, that one quick kill on Kel'Thuzad. The Howling Blast quest there for Arthas at level 1. It's always interesting to see what you pick on Malthael on a 2-lane map. Takes Death Reach. Get the Rate Strike range. Important against Blaze, just because Blaze can play at range. However, JoJo's needs to be careful here. There is a Gengu. Sniping as well. Goaty Gamer is... Uh-oh. Maybe not. Took 3 tower shots. That's about all your health. Down in the bot lane because of the disadvantage down there. Early wave clear on the side of TSEA Link. Is Genji just... Yeah, he's going to give it up. I like the idea. Execution a little off. Beacons will charge up 30 seconds away. Again, super early in this game. You got to keep an eye on things like the stacks for Kel'Thuzad. Just visit the change there. And the souls for Diablo. Solid map for Jaina to get nice and fat on the advanced ice block quest at level 1. Should pivot into the Fingers of Frost as well. There's a connection. Follow up a little slow there. No big deal for SR Gaming in the early parts of the game. You just want to get Master of the Cold Dark up and running. Malthael should have the advantage in the top lane. We'll see what Dorgman can do. He's stepping up here, trying to keep an eye on Dibbles. Does wind up beating the Lunar Flare, but Dibbles is having a hard time moving in. Roots and Roots to keep him zoned out. In the top lane, Blaze has stepped up against JoJo's. Steps back. We'll go for the camp as well as the wave clear. Got about 10% of the channel, but it's very early. Could be an attack on Arthas, who's low. The Lunar Flare does not connect. That's a big old blizzard. But a lot of low health bars. Goaty Gamer went in. He swift striked in. He gets caught in CC. He could be in trouble there. Arthas lives, Diablo lives, and everybody backs off. JoJo's does get hit by the jump propulsion. He could just sit there and stand on this. don't know why he left. Could have had more channels. Alright, no big deal. Diablo out of nowhere. And now he's in a bit of trouble. Gets rooted there. The damage is coming out. Arthur's trying to be careful there. Jaina's doing a number on him. And there's the charge. They'll get going. JoJo's is winning mightily over McBain. In fact, he needs to be really careful here. This is what Malthael does. Arthas gets picked off in the bottom lane. First blood going over to the side of the Southgate boys. My apologies, Jaina with our first kill. But Boiz just doesn't win this. Especially now that level 4 is here. He just picks die alone. Even with the lack of mana, like the poison dot damage should be enough over time. Genji does make an appearance up here, which he has to. And the channel now belongs to the Southgate boys. Arthas on his way back. Gotta keep an eye on Malthael in the top lane here as he has to deal with 2 members of the boys. 2 globes in the middle of the lane. And Malthael gets to 1. Keep an eye back on bot lane here. Chain. Slow, no root. However, 14 stacks on Master of the Cold Dark. SR Gaming doing pretty good. Crow, let us know where we should be stacked up at this point in the video game. Diablo almost halfway done with souls. Genji does make an appearance here yet again. Chains go out, but Arthur's going to eat a whole bunch of Blizzard. Long way to go. Dwergman needs to be careful here. One wall bang and he might go down. Lunara providing the peel through poison. And the tank straight out. Trying to keep an eye on JoJo's and Blaze in the top lane here. Malthael will go level 4. He did take die alone. Root onto Dibbles. Missing the back root. Howling Blast steps up, connects on 2, nothing doing. 50 to 14 in terms of the charge. I expect once Malthael wins that Genji's going to have to pay a lot more attention up near top. We've yet to see the great big combo here from TSEA Link, but it might be here now. Could be Charanda. Genji goes into the backside. He's going to find Kel'Thuzad. There's a good play by Goaty. Meanwhile, Blaze struggling. But Genji should make the rotation up soon. Howling Blast comes out. Diablo in a bit of trouble. Maybe Crazy Cat Lady can pick up a kill. She's got a lot of poison here. Dwergman's going to go down shortly. Genji stayed around. Goaty Gamer gets another kill. We'll have to work the rotate. Gengu making its way up. Kel'Thuzad and Malf are on the way back. Genji's covering top. Bane low. Problem for JoJo's is that he's been, despite winning the lane, just been out of mana. That's probably why he can't commit to the kill on Blaze. Like they can't pick up here from Jaina and Tyrande. Level 7's online for both teams will flash our talents. Ping Pong Genji with this bad boy. Perfect defense is how you just boss bosses. SR a little slow on the root, but has had a really good time picking on the Diablo with the chains. In fact, what's he at? 19 stacks? He's got the phylactery up, needs to find a way to get some more globes so he can earn his buyback. Arthas will have to take care of the camp in the bottom lane. Genji has stayed there up in top. And with a beacon progress, maybe Southgate boys and crew can make a play here. Ooh, Jaina. Yeah, if SR can get like a half second earlier on the roots and they land, it's game over. Kel'Thuzad play has been solid. He just needs that, like I said, that little extra half second. And if he gets the roots following his chains, I do think he's going to start to rack up kills very quickly. Alright. Full Zerg wave up on top. Bottom's going to get cleaned up here momentarily. The anti-siege really all belongs to Lunara at this point. Kel'Thuzad does alright. Especially with Death and Decay. Malthael steps up here as well. 3 in the top for TSEA Link, 2 in the bottom. And that'll do it. First objective gone. About a half level lead now. Ooh, this could be a problem. Arthur does get caught by the Lunar Flare. Diablo with the body blocks out. Dwergman has nowhere to go. He's just going to have to eat his death here. Picks up a stack on the Howling Blast quest, but that will be it. Arthas, good tank, but like he does pretty well against CC, considering you get Icebound Fortitude at level 7, which we don't have. We have Rune Tap here. Arthas struggles against displacement. He can get CC'd up on the front line, but if all of a sudden he finds himself swamped in the back, even though Frozen Tempest will do good work, as long as the enemy team sort of spaces themselves out, he has a hard time getting back to safety. Displacement, like, you know, Garrosh, Junkrat, Diablo. If they get a free flip on him, it usually is trouble. Level 10s are here for the Southgate boys. Looks like they're thinking about a camp invade. They have Genji. I'm not surprised they don't go boss. Shadowstalk, Bunker, X-Strike, Lightning Breath, and Welly. 10's now online. The Link keeping in it. Army of the Dead, Shadow Fisher, Thornwood Vine. I expect Last Rites. See what the mouth pick is. It would be so shocked to see something like Tormented Souls in the offlane. That'd be neat. In a weird way. Jealous still thinking about it? Nope. T-Dream. Joe Justin's got a way to go here. He's going to have to race strike to get on out. Got to watch out for McBain. Make sure the Death Propulsion is up and available. X-Strike. Oh, close. Gotti has struggled a little bit with the tower dives. Just a little bit. He's making really good aggressive plays. Not quite connecting just yet. Chains missing. Camp still got a little bit of life in it. Jack Rip should be able to clean it up as soon as Blizzard is back off the cooldown. There. Genji staying up in the top lane here, trying to get more pressure on the Malthael. There's some deflect damage. They just can't quite get the kill on JoJo. He's gonna back. His wall is gone. But again, good job of not getting killed. Especially with the Gengu. Genji just kind of dumps on Malthael if Malthael is too far out. Especially with deflect being up and available. Chains miss. Maybe trying to get some pressure onto Dibbles. Keep an eye on the Howling Blast here if it's up and available. No. Phil is 100% full on souls, so he wants to stay alive. Jaina's almost done with the Advanced Ice Block quest. Got a little grilling kill there from Blaze that's stacking. Master of the Cold Dark at 23 out of 30 stacks. Malthael winning in the top lane. Down in the bot lane, the 4v4 being won by the Link. They're looking for Luna. Wallbang comes through. The Lunar Flare does miss. There's X-Strike and Lightning Breath, and that is a big combo. Lunara goes down. Jack Rip trying to move on up there, maybe find a second kill. The Shadow Fisher nearly finishes off Genji, who has to retreat. Blaze has gone down in the top lane to Last Rites. An interesting trade. A couple of healthy bodies here. Arthas might feel like he can get this done. Genji has backed. I'm not sure they know if he's here or not. There's the root, and Blizzard will shake off that engage attempt. For the 3 in the bottom lane, Luna trying to make her way back. Arthas is the target. Good positioning by Phil. He's looking to try to get the double wallbang if possible. Big play there from Kel'Thuzad. Shadowfisher might have just been on the wrong side there. Genji goes in. Yes, Swift Strike in. Now the poison from Lunara has showed back up, as has Malthael. There's a good Kel'Thuzad chain, and now Malthael can get on top of Diablo with Luna. This should be the end of Big Red here. This is a 100-soul Diablo. He'll get the buyback, but he is now considerably weaker than before. Let's check out what's happening in chat. Alpha's gonna go up here, multi-move fires. Fact? Crow helping us out with the Kel'Thuzad call. Genji rotates up top to just stop Malthael for a hot minute. Blaze is there, however. Last Rites is up and available. McBain went with the Jet Propulsion, just barely missed. At 13, Malthael holding it. Interested to see what JoJo's does. Back right there. Jaina had to back from Nana. Genji still bugging everybody up on top lane. No channel here. This is the second objective. The first one solidly over to the side of the Link. Not a lot of Zerg. Or excuse me, the first one went over to the Southgate boys hard. Malthael does not have a well in top anymore. Might be prioritizing gloves a little bit. Down to the bottom lane, still a well for both sides. But the walls have been destroyed. Dorgman. Looking for a bit of engage here. Chain onto Diablo. Will probably expire, and it does. Top lane, Malthael v Boiz. See, got a gamer here. He's always ready to move towards the top lane to help out Boiz. Boiz in a bit of trouble here. Start seeing the dot damage acquire. Yeah, there it is. Switch strike. If the switch strike lands, I think God Gamer will be able to pick up a kill. Diablo done. That is a weakened Diablo. Luna picks up the kill. The Link are wrestling this game back. They've got a little bit of channel progress. Genji has to come bottom now. And Malthael, with the HP lead, can go sit on the bottom. Oh, crazy cat lady avoids the X-Strike. Twilight Dream came through. Genji's in a big spot of trouble. Now has deflect. Is trying to get to the wall to get over. He does. Oh, boy. Good. T-Dream from Jella. Crazy cat lady with one extra hop. Tyrande gets caught. Avoiding the kill. Shadow Fisher. Tyrande. 100 HP. Welly goes down in the middle of that fight as well. Boiz beaten handily in the top lane. This is not getting wrestled back. The Link are just chewing through channel. Diablo is here. Remember, this is still a weak Diablo. Mr. Botbot is low following that Kel'Thuzad combo. Dwargman made the right escape, and there comes the poison with the Thornwood Vine. It hits all three members, and now Arthas is just going to run it down. Zerg wave complete. It is in the top lane. We'll see how the Link wants to play it here. Should be it. And making a move towards Malthael on the top lane. They want to be up here to defend. Malthael, I don't think he has last rights up and available, but I don't think he has the XP, the mana for it. Yeah, I got a game that's going to probably finish this off. Yep. However, McBain has to bunker because that's a big wave. Mr. Botbot is low as well. Bunker does have to get used. There's no fort in the bottom lane. So the Link, pending this Zerg wave, I don't think it's going to get the full fort value. They're going to be well ahead in structures, though. Wall gone in the top. Good rotate from Southgate boys. They were just ahead. Now we see the flip.
You have my gratitude. I'd like to be
Link was thinking about going top, and they will settle for their bruisers in the bottom. 16 here for both teams. Arthas with 3 deaths. Diablo with 2. Arthas was getting picked in the early game a little bit. Hook's 10. He settled in rather nicely. Now that we're up at 16. He should be quite alright. Malthael actually rotates the bottom. I like seeing this here. Joe has to be real careful, though. Malthael does not have inevitable end, so if Phil can get there, he is going to flip him. Not quite. Soul Collector and Soul Siphon, and that was a Lightning Breath. We're going to pretend nobody saw that. Top lane is running it down. Blaze now in a big bit of trouble here. He does not. Oh, there's the bunker. However, okay. No follow-up chains. He will lose a well in the top lane. Malthael dealing with the camp in the bottom. TSEA with a great setup here. No wells on the opposite side. Malthael in the bottom lane with no fort behind anybody that wants to oppose him. Diablo getting chunked out yet again. There's the Howling Blast. He's got chains on top of him. It does connect. Tyranda's in a big bit of trouble. Shadowstalk comes out. The Welly's on top of SR Gaming. We see Kel'Thuzad go down first. Tyrande gets traded out, and Diablo too low. Dwargman in there. Jella is low, trying to get those Moonfire procs. We see Nature's Cure go out as well. Oh, Bregman can't stay alive on the Arthas, but now it is corrupt to Crazy Cat Lady. Everybody out of there. SR bought back. Phylactery was complete. Even picks up an extra globe. Malthael unopposed in the bottom lane. Best lightning breath ever. Calculus, it was calculated. I have to give credit there. Despite maybe inadvertently hitting the lightning breath, did have time to go ahead and start B-stepping it up a little bit. Yeah, fails to chat. I was almost like away from that. Nobody might have seen it. Genji goes in, misses on. Oh, crazy cat lady here. Jack Rip with a good bit of damage. I did miss a swift strike, so Luna does have to retreat out. This is a Luna that does not have spell shield at 10, instead going with the popular Let Them Wither. Waiting on some channel. Malthael's been kind of all over the place. But 5 men in the top lane. They know where Boiz is. They can get a Howling Blast engage. Could be trouble. They're looking for Malthael. He's in a bad spot. Gets last rites off, but he is low. Trying to heal up on the Diablo. Lightning Breath is there, but Dibbles will not last. Shadowstalk does come out. Southgate Boiz trying to run away. Malthael gets just blitzed by Jaina. Spike. We're keeping an eye on it. Just missed. Arthas is still up, whereas Diablo is not. The bulk still there. His bottom has just been kept channeled. There we go. Luna with the Thornwood Vine. She will finish off the top fort. Here's the trade in the top lane. Ooh, Blaze got rooted, but Howling Blast just a little short. Malthael back in 12 seconds. About 8 for Diablo. Jorgman staying alive. Ooh, the Glacial Spike chain just missed there from SR. You can peek at her talents here. 5 stacks on the Phylactery. Diablo at 78 souls. There's the double channel. A little bit of beacon progress here on the side of the Southgate Boiz. Bunker gone. The Nara damage has just been ramping up all game. Has done a good job. Malthael's staying in the top lane. I think he just wants stacks on last right. Goaty Gamer going in. He might get on top of Kel'Thuzad. Oh boy, a lot of buttons are getting pressed. Arthas gets blitzed. Diablo unstoppable, but he had last rights on him. Getting a lot of value out of Lightning Breath. Good job there. But now, again with the Luna chase. Arthas for Dibbles. Change just misses. TSEA has just ran it down in top lane. I mean, they've got these Fortipults in the bottom, so, like, their lane hasn't been pushed against them, but they have not even touched that bottom. Like, ooh, Joe Jaws put a big Lunar Flare. Blaze gets traded out from Malthael. Good X Strike and good Swift Strike from Gotti Gamer. But it is Malthael for Blaze. Everybody just trading out. 11-8 in terms of kills, and the 20 is actually here first for TSEA lane. Another anti-magic shell from Arthas. It's a Kel'Thuzad 20. Is that the Shade? The Damned Return. Good talent. More poison for Luna. Malthael holding on here. I like seeing Malthael's hold. I mean, listen, most situations you want, no one can stop death. But if you can hold your 20, maybe able to get something different in an opportune moment. I mean, like, the heal on last rights would be really good, actually, because Malthael has been just chunked. Diablo in the top lane. Bottom lane channel is here for the lane. 20's online. Hellgate. Wintermute. Oh, this is a good talent. Shooting Star. Which is awesome because we're always hoping to see one day a Tyrande who's just a sniper with that extra Luna Flare. It's really all about the attack range, though. Allows Tyrande to move even further back. Double camp pressure in the bottom lane. Malthael has picked... Oh, what do you go with? Angel of Death! And then doubling the cooldown rates. He's got 1 stack on last range. Just had to take a peek there. You know, despite the bloodbaths in this game, nobody's made a move for a throw pit. The Link getting more aggressive with the camp invades, and they just shred them at this time. You have to watch out for the walls if Diablo catches wind of this, but Blaze and Jaina were in the bot lane. Goaty. Chunked hard. Crazy Cat Lady needs to be careful. Diablo caught sight of Lunara there. A little bit of camp and a Fortipult there in the top lane. Taking a peek at the walls. That wall nearly gone. That wall also nearly gone. The wave clear for TSEA Link at some point will provide them with an opportunity to get behind somebody. So it's going to be up to Southgate Boiz to make sure that whoever the last person is, they are safe and, you know, ungankable. However, now they will have the opportunity to collapse. Diablo's hard around the backside. Genji's pretty far away, though. Remember, game number 2, they used Garrosh combos with Jet Propulsion to great effect. But now that Diablo has been seeing crazy cat ladies here, And Diablo's going to get chased down pretty hard. He is split. Blaze gets rooted. There's Thornwood Vine only connecting on one. Army of the Dead does get popped out. Naughty Gamer's pretty far out. Diablo still has a long way to go, and JoJo's is on him. I don't know if Tyrande can get there in time. There's Last Rites with some poison. Diablo's gone. That might do it. That's a full death. The Link need to act quickly, and they may just be able to wrestle this game away on one Diablo kill. Grabbing the top channel. Pretty even in terms of channel. In fact, they've given up almost 50%. They want a boss? Maybe. Looking to get the double channel, and now Blaze and perhaps Genji in trouble. Let's see if Dwergman can get the engage. Oh, he got the root onto Genji. He should be alright. There's one chain, and it does connect on the Blaze. Now Blaze in trouble. Shadowfisher is out. He bunkers, but he's got a long way to go. Gotta keep an eye on Dwergman again. The Howling Blast comes out. It just barely misses. Excuse me, that's Tyrande up in the top lane, breaking the channel. 44%, everybody even. Diablo's back in 10 seconds. For Mr. Botbot, running through top. We'll be okay. Couple more points of channel here. Blaze, though, sitting on the bot. Stifle that attempt. Oh. Again, here comes Arthas with these flanks. Malthael now chasing down Blaze. No bunker for 35. Dwergman again on this Arthas. Pushing everybody away. And now another attempt to channel. That is Tyrande yet again going top. I want to see the Link just move quick. They might... Oh, boy. Glacial Spike connects on Diablo. He's dead. Hellgates onto the backline. Lightning Breath comes out as well. Genji with the X Strike. Diablo dead. Genji goes down to Twilight Dream. And a little bit of damage from Arthas. And now Jaina is up next. She's gone. That is a 3 for nothing. And now the Link... Hey, what do you got, boys? Can you end this video game? They set their sights on bottom lane. Looks like they want to go straight through the core. The Shade is out. They actually have solid core damages. Kel'Thuzad, you know, with the Shade getting going. And Death and Decay does a pretty good chunk. Sliding on up. 30 seconds remain. Glacial Spike is out. Misses on Blaze. It's just Tyrande and the Fire Bat. Shield is almost gone. There it is. Blaze goes in, has to bunker, but Malthael's on this core. We're down to 70%. 15 seconds before anybody's back. This is going to be game. TSEA Link with the comeback. They slow played it, farming the Diablo, and that gets them the victory. What a hot set, baby. We get to game number 3, get a lot of good hots. And the Link takes it, man. We'll get an interview procced shortly, so we get everything in order here. Good bit of hots, baby. Love to see it. What jumps out here? That Jackrep was great. Look at those numbers. Holy hell. Huge numbers on the Jaina. Just not quite enough. All right. Let's show some talents really quickly here. All right, what do we got going? So, summarize a little bit while we go pick up a guest. All right, where we got it? We'll go up here. We'll go to Games Lounge. See if JoJo's is available. It is kind of late. But we are going to pick him up in a sec. Very cool. All right. Where are we right now? Just showing that. Good job by the Link. What a great little comeback. Love to see it. All right. We should be joined by JoJo shortly. I just want to give him proper credit here. set this up properly. I think this actually should do it. Wow, that was a really fun set, man. A lot of kills. Love to see some Kel'Thuz's odd play. Love to see some different heroes being picked up. I think in that game, the Malthael was like a huge.
Hello.
Hello. All right, hold on. Let's get the interview screen up.
Yeah, sure.
There we are. Congratulations. I'm joined by Jojo's from TSEA Link.
Whew, thank you very much.
Pretty big set for you guys. You were just barely behind the Southgate boys in the standings.
Yeah.
Talk about the prep work that you guys did. We saw some different things. It, looked like you guys were having some target bans, some steals.
Yeah, we
Great set, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we practiced a little bit more than usual. I think like almost everyone played more games than usual because we knew this was going to be our most difficult game of the whole season so far. And we know, I think Southgate boys they won. They were like first place in our division last year, so we knew this was going to be very, very difficult.
Very cool. Very cool. Always good to knock off a team that has a good tradition here.
Yeah, we're very glad we did that, and yeah, we did some research beforehand. Of course, like I think everyone does that.
Yep.
Like which maps to pick, which maps to ban. For example, we purposefully didn't pick Infernal Shrines.
Yep.
We didn't want to pick Infernal Shrines first because we thought like, yeah, they're gonna pick it anyway.
So
stuff like that. Yeah.
You guys did ban Volskaya, and I just wanted to ask you because this is just one of those things that some teams do. Like Southgate boys just went first pick for 3 straight games.
Yeah.
Are you guys more comfortable with the map pick? I mean, did you feel like that gave you an advantage, or are you the type of team that maybe likes first pick? Just kind of curious how that played out.
Yeah, good question. We usually like a map pick, just because then we can react on the first pick, and then we have 2 picks right after that. So we like to pick 2 heroes at the same time and to react on the first pick maybe a little bit. And usually it's pretty easy to see which hero they're gonna pick first. Right. Like if we ban for example Tyrande and Diablo, we just knew they were gonna pick Garrus first, for example. So that's why we prefer a map pick.
And a little bit of smarts there. I like to see it. Listen, game 1 doesn't go your way, but game 2, it seems like you guys stepped back, settled into some comforts. We got a lot of Arthas and Lunara. You got a lot of really cool combos going in those games too. Following game 1, I mean, what kind of adjustments did you guys make? I mean, what powered you through in games 2 and 3 there?
Well, we were very unhappy with game 1.
Loss will do.
Yeah, like we managed to stay alive pretty long, but we were really not happy. We have a coach, and he was just screaming at us like, "What the f are you doing? This is horrible." So we decided not to pick Blaze anymore. There was a conscious decision because like we picked Blaze the first game because we knew they really liked Blaze. Like Blaze was the most picked hero of this whole season. So we switched it up and we went for Arthas, for example, and that turned out really well actually. But it's a recurring theme. Like we lose we lose the first game a lot. Like we lose and then we win too. It happened like 4 or 5 times this season. So I don't know what's wrong with us, but like as long as we win, it's fine.
Funny stuff, man.
Yeah.
And also like 2 huge comebacks, right? Very patient games. It looks like you guys scaled really well towards the late game. When it came down to game 3, like at what point do you start to feel really good? You take both of the forts out, you're chasing them around the map, struggling to find some kills. Like where do you think that one turned?
Well, the first game and also the second game, so the first 2 games, we really struggled with map control. So the second game, for example, we had, I think that was the first map, we had a lot of wave clear, and they didn't.
Yep.
So we knew like we should control this map, and we didn't. And the second game was the same problem actually. So the third game, I think we had a lot more control. So we did what we wanted. We could take the camps, and we like rotated as one big like 5-man group after 16-17. And I think we were way more confident in that map control, which gave us more confidence to just take the fight, go in. And I think the Malthael, for example, with the Arthas stuns of the roots. Yeah. And then sometimes they like the Diablo was out of position, the Genji was sometimes out of position,
Mm-hmm.
but it really helped really well.
Yeah, there was like a couple of like really like tight spots where I think like in the early game, like for instance, like X Strike and Swift Strike connecting, right? And that seemed to
Yeah.
make a difference. But if you could just barely like slide away from that, either Kel'Thuzad or Lunara, that really started to turn the fights. But listen, a lot of really great play. All right, what's on schedule for the rest of the season? How's TSEA Link going to close this out?
Yeah, great question. I think there's just one game left, and then if we're in the top 5, we go on to the group stage.
Yep.
So I think with this victory, we are probably in the top 8.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
if we lose the next game,
Yep.
I think. So that's pretty great because this is the first time we join HeroesLounge. This is our first season
Cool.
ever. So yeah, we're just very happy that we're making it this far, and now that we beat this big team, like this
Very cool.
big and well-known team. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, JoJo's. But before I let you go, your opportunity for shoutouts.
Shoutouts.
Hey.
Whew. I want to do a shout out to TSEA Link itself. It's a gaming association in the Netherlands. So if anyone from the Netherlands around Tilburg, that's a city, is watching, maybe, please join the association. If you play HOTS, we still need some players, like we have 5 players and 1 sub, but we can always, we always need some more. So if you play Heroes, please maybe join TSEA Link, but join HeroesLounge because HeroesLounge is amazing and they're doing amazing work with Division S, for example. So please help HeroesLounge.
Awesome.
With keeping HOTS alive.
Very cool. All right, thank you,
Yeah.
and listen, good luck, man. Should be a really tight end of the season in your div, and should be a fun playoff.
Yeah, thanks a lot for casting.
Oh, absolutely.
Really
My
enjoyed
pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
All right, and we also, as soon as I change this here, what's Jack Rip wanted to jump in.
Hello, my friend.
What's happening, man?
First of all, I wanted to say thank you for the enemy team. They played really well. I enjoyed it. My problem is with my team. I mean,
Don't flame.
I'm not planning on.
All right.
Like you have to know, I'm not a main player from the team. I was a sub for them, and during the game, I mean, I thought I was doing okay. I thought I was doing well, but they just kept flaming me, kept saying, I mean, not flaming, but they kept saying me like, be careful, be careful, be careful. Like every time I went like a little bit, like 1 centimeter off the map, and then every time one of them got caught, like they just did nothing. They were like,
Hey, it happens sometimes. I thought you had yourself a pretty darn good series.
I mean, that's not even the problem. Like what I like didn't like is like after the game ended, like even when we're like still in the game, when they're like destroying the Nexus, I misheard them, but I'm pretty sure they said fuck Jack, and then they just kicked me off the server.
Okay, that's not cool.
That's not cool. Like especially like they didn't even like say thank you once, like just for subbing for them, like which I thought was also like
listen. Sometimes things go wrong, and
Yeah, sure.
listen, we're just gonna leave it. But like I said, dude, I actually think you played a pretty darn good set. So sometimes you just gotta, hey man, just settle for that. Listen, I hope you find yourself another good team.
I am on a team. I'm playing for a Division 7 team.
Right on, man. Like I said, I thought you acquitted yourself pretty well. Listen, sometimes it happens,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't work.
I mean, it's not about that. I'm not here like to toot my own horn. It's just I wanted to say to those guys. I mean, I thought they were pretty nice, but I didn't really think that was a nice thing to do. Like
sometimes the struggle brings things out. But listen, man. Hey, like I said, like it was a good set. Who's your Div 7 team actually?
Fools and Heroes, we're like 2nd place as well.
Really? Well, hold on. Fools, going down to Div 7. I'm gonna go take a peek. I tell you what, man. Only Fools in here. Yeah, you guys are in 2nd place. I'll keep an eye out. If I get a weekend game, listen, maybe I'll get to catch you. All right?
I mean, no. Like the thing I wanted to say is like we'll probably like meet the enemy team in playoffs, because we are 2nd place, they're 2nd place. So I just want to say that I will enjoy playing against them, and I hope next time they take care, they don't get caught all the time and actually bring a good match.
All right. Well, Jack Rib, good luck, brother. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, thanks, and thank you for casting those games.
Oh,
I
it
think
was
you
my
did a
pleasure,
really
man.
good job.
It was a really fun set. Listen, no matter how it went down, it was a great
fun
time.
to play.
Yeah.
No, for some of it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, good luck, brother.
ya.
All the best.
Thanks, you too.
Okay. That was interesting. So that is going to do it for our final set of the afternoon. I'm going to dig around real quick. I got to go find somebody to host. There he is. Yeah, we're going to go hang out with Dread in a couple of hot minutes. Thank you guys for joining me for the two sets here. A fantastic set between TSEA Link and the Southgate boys. Things are real tight at the top of that division. Definitely one to follow. And again, appreciate it. Oh boy. And I'm tired, okay? I'm out of here. Let's get out of here. You don't need me anymore. All right, guys. We're going to go raid Dread in a couple of minutes. Listen, my name's Professor Bobo. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for all the new follows. Thank you, Bumble, for the sub. Linehouse for the bits. I'm going to try to pick up the casting schedule a little bit better. If you follow me on my Twitch page, I will 100% do a better job of filling out my schedule on a weekly basis. I really only cast the game. I'm not that entertaining to play. I also do have my own team, so that's kind of why my schedule's been a little soft, but I do look forward to catching you guys next time. Cheers, and have a good night.